Hey there! Thinking about getting tank mates for blood parrot cichlids? First of all, brave decisions. Because some of them choose violence every time they wake up for no reason. And somehow, they can still be friends. But not every fish survives being their roommates. Some can be besties, while others, it could turn into their boxing match. So in this video, we're gonna find out what fish that can be this fish's tank mate, but with a twist. They are taking over this video again. So hi fellow aquatic friends, we are the blood parrot cichlids, and today we're gonna expose which fish that can be our friend. Previously, we take over this channel to share everything you need to know about keeping us, because you suck so bad with keeping us. And now, we're showing you which fish that actually work as our friend, and also which one that tests your knowledge as a fish keeper. And trust us, some of your tank mate choices are downright terrifying. But before we start, quick question. If you have to pick one fish to live with us for the rest of our lives, what would it be? Comment down below and let's see how many of you picked the right catch. Or choose to be a future war criminal. Now, before you throw random fish into our tanks, like some sort of aquarium experiment, you need to understand who we actually are. We are cichlids, but also not so good at being one. Just look at our mouths. It's broken. We can still be aggressive, but biting things, we still have a hard time. Simply say, we are basically built like angry, squeaky toy. So the best roommates for us are fish that are too big to be a snack, too fast to get bullied, chill enough to avoid drama, and the most important thing, not a literal psychopath. Because some of you pair us with a fish that belongs in aquarium prison. First up, Oscar. Oh yeah, the aquarium gamble. They are rather risky. Sometimes it works, sometimes it backfires, and your tank suddenly become UFC fight match. We can actually get along with Oscar. Surprisingly, they are smart, social, and sometimes chill enough to live with us peacefully. But sometimes, both of us wake up and choose violence. And now you have Alcatraz in your tank. If you have the audacity to pair us with them, you better have big tank, tons of space, and backup plans are mandatory. This pair can work, but can also backfire so bad. Tinfoil barbs. They are basically underwater IndyCar drivers that are basically driven by caffeine and bad decisions. They never stop moving. Like seriously, watching them swim feels like they have Red Bull overdose. But weirdly enough, that hyperactive nature really helps. Aggressive fish have a hard time focusing on them long enough to start a problem. One problem though, this guy are huge. Like, why does this fish suddenly needs a pond huge? Works well with us only if you have massive tank If not, don't even think about it. Next up, Congo Tetra, the rich kid of the Tetra world. Flashy, chill, and fast enough to dodge drama before it even starts. Living with them honestly feels like having that one roommate that has to look Instagrammable for no reason. They usually stay in the upper parts of the tank, meaning they're not constantly invading our space, and please keep them in groups. Lonely Congo Tetra is awkward, like the first day of school awkward. Synodontis catfish. They are basically the coolest roommate we could have asked for. Armored, chill, and always minding their own business. And they spend half of their time swimming upside down, like if they were bats. These guys mostly stay out of our way, clean around the tank without even being asked to do so, and somehow always knows what's happening despite never showed up in daytime. They are kinda like that mysterious night shift workers in aquariums, which makes it cool if you wanna pair us with them. Savrums. They are probably the most emotionally mature, aggressive fish. Do they throw hands? Absolutely. But most of the time, they are too emotionally exhausted for unnecessary drama. They are calm enough to live with us while still being big enough to not get pushed easily. And honestly, this pair works better than Oscar. Just make sure not to cram us in a tiny tank and expect peace. That's no longer a fish tank, but a soap opera. Silver dollars are an amazing roommate for us. Fast, chill, and always moving as a squad. And you know what's genius about them? Aggressive fish gets too distracted while trying to focus on all of them at once. So instead of one fish becoming the victim, everyone gets slightly annoyed equally, which honestly, it's quite effective. Plus, their constant movements makes nervous fish feel safer too. But friendly reminder, keep them in groups. Lonely silver dollar makes them feel emotionally devastated. Flag-tail Prochylides, also known as vacuum cleaner with ADHD. They never stop moving, ever. They spend their lives acting like algae is a Michelin star food. They are peaceful, active, tough enough to handle bigger fish, and constantly distracted doing their own things. And honestly, they are like that perfect roommate that cleans the house without being told, pay rents on time, never cause drama, and somehow still have unlimited energy. Elite tank mates, and still criminally underrated. And finally, one of the most underrated roommates we could have probably asked. Rainbow fish. They are basically swimming LED lights with ADHD, which is great because aggressive fish usually struggles to focus on this kind of fish. Plus, they also works amazingly well as dither fish. The way they move constantly makes the whole tank feel calmer and safer, especially for shy fish. And honestly, a big group of rainbow fish swimming around in the tank makes the aquarium look fancy. But please also keep them in groups. A single rainbow fish just looks like it's lost in a mountain hike. Now before we really end the video, let's speedrun some absolute red flags. Tiny fish, congratulations, you just turned us into monsters. Fin nippers? Definitely not. We already look too weird. Food thieves? Bro, our mouth is barely useful. Let us eat. And bullies? What are you doing here? Recreating Cookie Run Kingdom arena battle in the aquarium? Please stop give us roommates that drives us insane. And there you go, some fish that can be our friends. Last week, we took over this channel because you failed so badly with us. And now, we are sharing some fish that can be our friend. But remember, compatibility always depends on personality too. Some of us are peaceful little water puppies, while others wake up with anger. But anyways, that's for today's video, and we're done taking over this channel, so we'll give it back to the human that owns this channel. And that wraps up this video. And what fish would you keep with your blood parrot cichlid? Or would you just keep them with themselves? Drop it in the comments. I'm curious, what combo would you try? And if this video saves you from giving your blood parrot cichlid the wrong roommate, leave a like and share this to your friend before they pair their blood parrot cichlid with a fish that completely cursed. Subscribe for more fun or helpful fish keeping content, as there will be more you don't want to miss here. Thanks for watching, my aquatic friends, and have a wonderful aquatic life. See you next time.